Hello everyone, it's me, Anthony Couch, guitarist on YouTube, and here I am with 5 more ridiculously easy rock licks. A while ago I did a video that was called 5 ridiculously easy rock licks, and it was aimed at the kind of person who gets a bit sick and tired of going on YouTube videos and finding that all the rock licks are way too hard and shown too fast and all the rest of it. And if you haven't seen that video, go and have a look at it. That video and this follow-up video are for people who have got to grips with the minor pentatonic scale. You know what one is. You can play this. In this case, an E minor pentatonic scale, because the last video I did was in A minor, every guitarist's favourite key. And today we're in E minor, which again is every guitarist's favourite key. And in terms of music theory, I'm not really going in depth. This is E minor pentatonic. I think you're familiar with it, but I'm going to go into a tiny bit more detail over on Patreon on a video where I'm going to talk about one of my favourite approaches to changing licks and making them your own. And all these licks are going to be played over this generic rock backing track. Okay, and here is the first one. So, the reason why I really like this one is because us guitarists, we get a little bit too familiar with going up stuff, like this. Whereas I wanted to make a point of having the first one be a descending rock lick down the minor pentatonic scale, like this. It's a little bit of a sequence. Instead of just going, you go a little bit of the way, descending down, then back up the note diatonically, then the same pattern. If you get really confident with that, why don't you try the extra version where you go like this? I'm not going to tab that one out, I'm going to see if you can work that one out. What's next? Okay, veering over a tiny little bit into the world of shred by adding in some cool open string legato, left hand tapping, I suppose you could call this. I suppose really that one's not ridiculously easy, so out of all of them I'd say this is the toughest one. Doesn't mean that it's unapproachable though, and I think you should give it a go. I pick fret 3, but from then on I don't pick anything else apart from that last note. So as soon as you get that first pick done, the role of this hand is only to mute the rest of those strings to stop them from making unwanted noise. You don't have to pick the last note, you could go and do that, but I like that snappiness of the last pick. Don't forget to mute everything with this hand, and also don't forget the thing that many people forget, and that is that a pull-off, which is what that technique is, you know, you got the hammer-ons and pull-offs, hammer-on, pull-off, that a pull-off, you don't just take your finger off, it momentarily becomes like a mini plectrum that picks down and out at the same time, like that, not just pulled off the string, if this is the string, it goes like that, boing, boing. Take it slowly, build it up. What's next? The reason why I love this one is because it's thinking about a pentatonic scale, but not in the little boxes that we think about all too often. The aim of this one is to break you out of that pattern, that little box. But again, instead of just going up like that, I've just put a little bit of pizzazz in there by going higher note, lower, higher note, lower, ba-dum, da-da, da-da, da-da. Just very little things like that go a long way when it comes to creating licks. Where am I? E minor. If you get really confident with that, why don't you, instead of playing fret 17 at the end, play fret 15 with a bend? Stick some vibrato up at the top for fun. I was going to do a bend and then I didn't. Which one's next? Is there anything more satisfying than that sound? The way it fits under the fingers, the way it sounds, everything about it sounds so vocal. Ba-na-na-na. Imagine someone who can sing singing that. It'd sound nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, the entire lick. Crushed notes. That's what's going on there. Notice I'm not doing this. It's not ba-da, ba-da. It's boo-da, boo-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba. My advice to you is take it slowly and build up the speed as it always is. That's very obvious of me to say. But this, really work on getting those to be what's called crushed notes. The first note, that one, is crushed by this bigger note, that one. In terms of how much space it's got, how much time it's got in the spotlight. But it gets its own back at the end because that note gets crushed in favour of the original note. Here's one more. I added this one because pentatonic licks and bending go hand in hand. It makes the guitar sing, scream, wail, whatever you want to call it. If we all just think too much about playing the guitar like this, that's not really getting the job done. We need to get the guitar to sing. So that's what's going on here. I'm doing a bend on fret 14 of string 3, which gives me a choice. I can bend up towards the ceiling, 3 in a row, as the tab says, or down towards the floor. I prefer bending down towards the floor. With a little bit of syncopated, cool ending to it. You can end it however you want though. So there you go. 5 really cool rock guitar licks. I hope you like them. I hope you use them. Take them and make them your own. Anyway, if you like guitar stuff and you like talking about guitar stuff to other people, I've got the Couch Potatoes Facebook community. The link is in the description. It's just full of nice people chatting about guitar, posting pictures, silly stuff, videos. Post pictures, videos of your gear, you playing, all the rest of it. The Couch Potatoes guitar community is growing, slowly, but it's growing. Thank you very much for watching, but extra special thanks to these names up here. They support me on Patreon, where you will find that extra video that I mentioned before. Anyway, thank you. I'm Anthony Couch. I'm going to go and practice some more rock licks, and I'll see you in the next video.